you've taught me a lot, whether you know it or not. Like when we went on that bungle tour, you know, we were just kids. You guys probably made fun of us every day. Like, look at these green motherfuckers. But to see you carrying your own gear on stage, sound checking, being meticulous about everything, driving in a van, being extremely frugal about those type of things, but not compromising in any way about the sound. Like, professionalism doesn't mean spending a lot of money.
The only responsibility that you have to be professional is to do sometimes the little things that aren't glamorous. What I always said, like in those days especially, was like, yeah, I'd have a roadie. If you do it right, I could never find anybody that, so it's better sometimes to just do things yourself. Maybe that is egotistical in a way, meaning I think I can do it better than a lot of other guys. Like if one wire comes unplugged, you know, during the set, sometimes maybe it's easier to yell at someone. I'd rather be like responsible for it.
Okay, you came from a band that was playing with, you know, stadiums and stuff like that, and you had access to tons of tour support probably, and there was a big machine behind you, and you know, making sure that you were presented as a giant band. So, but it didn't affect you. Obviously, that wasn't important. None of that stuff bled into your.
That's all fun and games, but what does it really boil down to? Who's responsible for what you're doing? I've always believed that it's on the band. It's very, I think, convenient and easy and lazy to blame it on a label, blame it on a tour manager, blame it on a management company. It's just, come on. This isn't rocket science, kids. We play fucking music. For the most part, we all know what we're doing. We've done it for a while. So why not own up to it? Own it. Whether that means you know, if you come from a successful background or from nothing, if you're playing in a bar, if you're playing in a stadium, it's pretty simple to me. I mean, the bottom line is, are you going to go up there and kill it or not? Mm-hmm. That is 100% on you.
Being on tour with you and seeing the super fans that are, you know, obviously fans of Bungle, but are also Patton fans of all your projects. I find that these fans, these people, they trust you. They trust that you're doing it for the right reasons. And that's why they'll follow you into the fire, whether it's a Noise record or a Phantomist record.
I think our responsibilities as artists is to follow what we're hearing. Execute it. Do it the right way. And if the fans come, then that's wonderful. So but sometimes they don't. But following anyone blindly, I think, is a big mistake. I very rarely do that, even with artists that I really admire.
Why do you do what you do?
I mean, that's the eternal question.
What you do.
I think I'm still figuring that out. To me, the best part is creating. Records, playing, when you're doing it, when you're in the middle of doing it, there's something really amazing about that. And it's hard to, I wish I could describe it, but it's and that, if anything, I would encourage people to kind of try and find whatever that is.
You're making something from nothing. You are making something.
And when you know that you're doing it right, when you know that it's actually going somewhere. And sometimes you'll follow a path and it goes nowhere.
Sure.
And for every 2 or 3 of those, and then maybe you get a little moment where you go, holy shit, I found it, I got it.
How do you feel about happy accidents? How much of what you do is mistakes that you're like, that's cool? Well, I mean, when I say happy accidents, it's not necessarily in a jamming sense. It may be me just sitting on a computer programming a drum beat and something comes off and I'm like, wait, let me make that intentional.
Right.
And now it becomes part of our vocabulary. And the next record, we might try to do that trick again.
Like something like Phantom Loss, mistakes can't happen.
Yeah.
Other things, Faith No More. No, but even that.
Yeah.
The Phantom Loss is only about one way, right or wrong.
Okay.
And no matter what, hey, a little fun thing happens, okay, ha, do it again. Myself included.
Yeah.
It's more like a recital as opposed to a band. But you write stuff also in a very meticulous way. So I would imagine that there are moments where you're kind of like, no.
Sure.
Do it again.
Sure. Yeah.
But like Faith No More, wow. I mean, many accidents would happen like in the studio.
Yeah.
And it would be like, or tomahawk.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be joking around, screaming something, but nah, we're keeping that. What?
Yeah.
Okay. And then in hindsight, completely the right thing to do. So it's a give and take.
I feel like that happened with the stuff we did together.
Yes.
In the studio, just, oh, that's cool.
We will rock you.
Yeah. Just like cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And it was great.
But it was a mistake that worked. It's evolution to me is mistakes all. It's not success, it's mistakes.
Success is just making it happen. Creating something from start to finish. Sometimes under dire circumstances. It's like a baseball game. Yeah, there's rules. You know, there's 9 innings and there's 3 strikes and you're out. But within that framework, so much crazy shit can happen. And you can't control it all. You know, you can't. You may think you can, but you can't. When you're working with the right people, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
When that happens.
It's magic, yeah. You know, you did so much over our music. I mean, you were the vocal counterpart of like really what we were doing musically.
Why?
And so it opened up so many possibilities for our fans to accept experimentation. Do you understand?
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. But it also should be said that I didn't do this stuff over your music. Your music made me do that. Well, seriously, I have never done anything like that.
It was
before that, or maybe never again.
Like I was saying to you earlier, like you don't study karate for 20 years to have to think about blocking. Like you reacted, and it was great.
But like we shared similar instincts and stimuli in a way, and yeah, it just worked.
Yeah, it was cool. Very important thing in my life, so thank you.
We'll do something again, who knows?